What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and more news coming out from the Batwoman showrunner as rumors ran wild yesterday that they would be ending Kate Kane's life on the show, and there was a ton of backlash from the LGBTQ community about, their hero meeting such an end. So the showrunner was quick to quell that rumor. It turns out they are not going to do that. Now, maybe they just leaked this out there to see how fans would react. I think her disappearance is something that you have to address. I mean, I don't know how exactly you just take such a recognizable character and also a character that exists in the show outside of the Batsuit and just replace them without any kind of a storyline. Now, I think what you could do is you just go with it. You replace her. You just pretend that it was, different. I don't know. Maybe you find someone that kind of looks like her. I'm not sure. But I guess a new rumor provides details on Batwoman's Ryan Wilder. Showrunner addresses Kate Kane's fate in season 2. Some details about this is via Abounding in the Comics. Some details about new Batwoman rumored to be Ryan Wilder are emerging. And the CW may have an actress in mind. Be warned if you care, because there are potentially heavy spoilers. Tape of the audition leaked, and with it the script, which someone anonymously posted to the Chans. The post, despite being archived, can still be retrieved. Now, again, every time something goes on the Chans, you got to take it with a grain of salt, honestly. So there's that, right? Wilder's connection, according to the leak, Wilder steals the Batsuit after Kate Kane passes. It doesn't tell us how Kate supposedly kicks it or how she comes into contact with Wilder. The young upstart then proves herself an asset of the Bat team and thus worthy of carrying on the legacy of Batwoman, the appointed paragon of courage. She ends up helping the Bat team, and they decide to let her take the mantle and keep Kate's legacy alive, says the Post. Wilder's connection to Batman, or rather his rogues, is through Scarecrow, who ended her mother when she was a child. Driven by revenge, she takes to the Batsuit so she can have the tools to finish Jonathan Crane. Before proving herself, Luke finds Ryan and tries to get the suit back. Ryan then explains her vendetta against Kane. The following dialogue allegedly comes from the scene. There's a lot of other interesting information going on. WWE's Sonya Deville wanting to play Batwoman, whether she's auditioned. Last month it was revealed that Ruby Rose had decided to hang up the cape and cowl after starring in Batwoman for just one season and bleeding 70% of their viewers, but whatever. Soon after, we learned that the CW will be looking for another actress from the LGBTQ community to take over the Scarlet Knight. And one name that kept coming up since is WWE superstar Sonya Deville. The first openly gay female wrestler in the company's history, she's become an instant fan favorite choice to play Batwoman, and currently one of the top stars on Fox's Friday Night SmackDown. Why would she leave that? I mean, Friday Night SmackDown versus a show that bled over 2/3 of its audience in just 1 year. Earlier today, we had the opportunity to talk to Sonya about the outpouring of support surrounding her taking on the role of Batwoman and talked in detail about it. Asked, how did you learn that the CW is looking for a new Batwoman? I actually got tagged in something on Instagram or Twitter. One of my fans was saying, "Oh my God, Sonya, you would be perfect replacement for Ruby Rose." I was like, wait a second, Ruby Rose stepped down? I had no idea. It's been confirmed that Batwoman in season 2 will be a new character called Ryan Wilder. So how would you feel about playing the role? Quote, I think it's always been cool because Ruby obviously did a great job with the new character. With the character, and you don't ever want to be a different version of somebody else. You want to be a new version of yourself. And so I think it would be an amazing opportunity to create a new role and bring something very different to it. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. Again, a lot of this stuff could be out there just floating around. Have you gotten any WWE support when it comes to potentially playing the character? I think they would be on board, but yes, very early stages right now. I mean, she's a beautiful looking woman. I could tell you that much. I don't know if she'd be the right role for that. Certainly being a wrestler does kind of get you in the position to be an actor, and being very physical. And what we know is that Kate Kane didn't like the long hours on the set, which maybe somebody who is a professional athlete would do better with that. Now, Caroline Dry's statement follows a report that Ruby Rose's character would be ended following the actress's departure. Now, moments after this rumor broke, the showrunner ran out there to deny it. Caroline Dry said in a statement that while a new character would take on the mantle of Batwoman when the series resumes, Rose's character, Kate Kane, won't be dead. Quote, as a lesbian who's been working as a writer for the past 15 years, I'm well aware of the barrier gaze trope, and I have no interest in participating in it, said Dries. That's why it's important to me as a showrunner to clarify any misinformation that may be out there as Kate Kane and recasting Batwoman. Like you, I love Kate Kane. She's the reason I wanted to do the show. We'll never erase her. In fact, her disappearance will be one of the mysteries in season 2. I don't want to give away any of the surprises, but to all of our devoted fans, please know that the LGBTQ plus justice is at the very core of what Batwoman is, and we have no intention of abandoning that. Well, maybe that's why the show failed. You know, obsessing over representation instead of worrying about writing a good show is generally something that leads to failure. And what is this trope, actually? The barrier gaze trope has been seen as, quote, a disproportionate number of LGBT characters being ended off, often in the name of propping up or advancing hetero lead character storylines. As After Ellen and Women of Hollywood columnist Dorothy Snarker noted in a column for Hollywood Reporter in 2016, at the time, the CW was facing a wave of criticism over the ways that the 100 ended a queer character, Lexa, played by Alicia Debnam Carey, which came among other LGBTQ characters ending on other shows, including AMC's Walking Dead. I mean, I don't understand this. The implication here is that the show killing off the character has something to do with them also being in the LGBTQ community. I don't see a connection there, or I don't see a correlation there. It seems odd to me. Wouldn't you want these characters to be played out like anyone else? Why would you want to treat them like with plot armor just because they're a member of the LGBTQ community? Do you think that in, let's say Halloween, let's say Michael Myers is walking around indiscriminately putting new holes in people that weren't there before, are you suggesting that a gay character in Halloween should be protected because of that? I don't understand that. It's the same as anyone else, right? Oh man, what was the show where somebody gets locked in an oven? What show was that? That was the latest season of, oh man, I don't anyway, it's getting close, you know, it's June. I'm already looking forward towards October. It wasn't American Horror Story. Or was it American Horror Story? I think it was American Horror Story. Yes, it was. That one guy, the guy puts him in the oven and turns it on. Oh, yeah, that show still has some good seasons here and there. So Batwoman made TV history in 2019-2020 as the first scripted live-action TV series to feature a lesbian superhero. I mean, okay, fine. It's awfully specific, but congratulations. It was also one of the first shows in history that I've seen that lost 70% of its audience so quickly. And the idea that focusing so much on who your main character like sleeps with IRL, I'm not sure that that's going to fix your show. And this is really a disservice to fans, I think, because all the talk is going to be about the orientation of whoever plays the new Batwoman. However, the most important thing they should be looking at is, why did 70% of your fans leave? Why did the show essentially fail? Also, why was it even renewed in the first place? Imagine having an investment where you lost 70% of it in the first year and then saying like, well, let's invest the same amount of money, maybe more, going forward into year 2, because people are just going to come around to Ryan Wilder. I don't understand it. It's going to be a hilarious mess. I can't wait for it. You know, I guess if the show had been canceled, then I'd have less to talk about. Now, DC's Stargirl actually looks like it has some potential. I want that lineup to be better, and I think Batwoman can be good. I just think the writers need to focus on, writing a good show and not making it about social justice so often, and let things happen naturally. People want to watch a superhero TV show, not a soap opera. But if that's what they want, if they want to have it be a soap opera or a political pulpit, then I suppose don't be surprised when more people tune out in year 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.